Hey, and welcome to Matt and Jess TV. I am Matt Rose.
And I'm Jessica Bun Bun.
Welcome to our Big Brother 27 cast preview and reaction. Just a matter of minutes ago, CBS unveiled almost everyone, I should say, who is a part of this upcoming season. We still do not know the mystery house guest, whether it is Boston Rob, Vanessa Russo, all of the above, according to Big Brother Twitter. That person's still a mystery.
I love preseason where we're all just excited, having all the guesses. Everything's on the table as far as theories of who this mystery guest is going to be. It's so much fun.
It's just going to be the cardboard cutout of Josh Duhamel, guys. We're all getting way too excited. But no, this video is just going to be about getting excited about the all new people that CBS has unveiled. And we've got some first impressions.
I love Keanu already. I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm a huge John Wick fan. To see his name up there, Keanu, I was like, I don't care who you are. I am all in. And this will probably be my first time rooting for someone who's like a big buff guy. Like, I'm usually not here for the bros, but like Dungeon Master, Keanu.
Okay, here's the thing. You can't claim full custody of Keanu because it feels like we are going to be on Team Keanu together.
How can you not be?
I know. Well,
John Wick. John Wick will avenge me if he doesn't win.
Okay. John Wick, it's fine. I like the fact that he lives in McKinney, Texas, which is like 15 minutes from where I grew up in Little Elm. This is the closest any house guest has ever been to my hometown. So please, Keanu, do not suck.
Listen, this has been a really exciting day in general. I mean, like, we have been on the edge of our seats waiting for this cast reveal all morning long. Just refresh.
Yeah.
Finally, we're getting cast reveal. They also announced today that Slow Horses has been renewed for season 7, which is a show that we are such huge fans of.
Yeah.
And literally minutes before we came onto this video, I haven't even told my parents yet, but I am telling you guys, I have been in the adoption process for a really long time now. In February, I went out and met my son, and I just got the call that I'm going to be flying out at the end of July to go and get him. So I'm really excited to become a mom, and we'll be live streaming from Bulgaria. That's my hope.
Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I know this is Uncle Matt. Look, a little high fives. Look, we have just so much positive energy. It's great to have this before I inevitably hate on a couple of people who are in this cast. No, okay.
But not Keanu.
Not Keanu, never Keanu. All right. Before we get into this cast, though, be sure to hit that subscribe button because, okay, here's the thing. We're going to be here all season long with Big Brother 27. We're going to have daily live feed updates.
Yes.
We're all about the live feeds. That's really where Big Brother is to us, even more so than the episodes. But that's a huge part of our summer. We want it to be a really huge part of your summer as well. And subscribing obviously helps to support us here at the channel to continue to do all these things that we love so much.
And we're going to have more Big Brother discussions going on over on our Patreon. We'll leave a link for you below if you want to join. That also helps us out here at the channel. But subscribing is really the way to help support us. You won't miss any of our daily live feed updates. I'm going to do my best, like I said, that even when I'm in Bulgaria, I'm going to find some Wi-Fi out there and we're going to keep it going.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for your support on Patreon. That is like a really, really important part of our business, and we appreciate that so much. Okay, here's what we're going to do when it comes to this cast. We're going to go in alphabetical order by first name, and you know why? Because we don't want to get confused and we'll forget someone.
Exactly.
All right. Adrian Rocha is our first person here. He is 23 years old. He is from San Antonio, Texas, so about like 6 hours from where I grew up. Not as close as Keanu. He is a carpenter. Okay. Hard hats, assemble.
All right.
I'm already annoyed by this guy, and here's the reason why. There's this video that's out on Entertainment Tonight where he's basically like, I have built a wall comp, I have practiced all these other things. He's sort of the Carson from Survivor of Big Brother, and while
that was so annoying on Survivor.
Yeah, like I understand it's not against the rules or anything. You might as well take advantage of these things that it's just sort of like, I don't know, you're playing a game of Super Smash Brothers against somebody else and you're deliberately like practicing 2 hours beforehand because you want to like Captain Falcon punch them off a cliff 200 times. It's not fun. It's like, I understand being a super fan. Like, we're super fans. We love Big
Yes.
Brother, but I don't know. I always personally find that to be a little off-putting. I'm sure there are people out there who disagree, and I understand that. I want a relatively level playing field here among the house guests. I understand there's people who don't do their research, and that's their own fault.
Yeah, it's tough because I like to see people who are super fans, not necessarily that they're already building some of these challenges at home and practicing them at home. It's like, okay, like, yeah, it's not against the rules, but it is annoying and I don't really like it. But I also like seeing people who are like brand new to the show, who have never seen it, not necessarily that they're recruited, but maybe like, dad told you that you should check this out and you've been kind of watching it from the background while you're making a sandwich. Dad is watching it and you're kind of like, you're familiar, but not really. And dad's like, you should really try this out. Do it for me. And then you do. And you don't really know a lot about it, but you're in there and seeing people like get their footing on the game. I love that.
My only real concern with him, aside from everything we've said that personally we don't love, is just that
Yeah.
it feels like he is going to shoot himself out of a cannon at the start of this season, because if he's been like this eager to play, he's probably going to try to do every single thing at once and could end up being taken out early because of it.
HOH-itis. I foresee that happening. He's going to be walking around in that robe and it's
Please,
going to be
please.
something. Okay, let's get into Amy Bingham. She is 43 years old. She
Mhm.
is from Stockton, California, and she is an insurance agent. And I think that if she decides that she's going to hide that profession, it might actually help her a little bit, because when you're kind of in sales like that, you typically are pretty good at talking to people
Mhm.
and having good social skills. Like if I heard that, it's like, oh, I'm an insurance agent. Coordinate events. I'm an event planner, all that. I just feel like, oh no, this person is going to be very, very good at talking to people.
Yeah, kind of like the antithesis of someone like me, who it's
And
like,
me.
I talk to Jess, I talk to people at the grocery store, but I don't really get out of the house that much. So it's just like, I kind of feel like, okay, you know what? This is going to end up being some sort of problem for me if I end up being a part of the game. But it's just a situation where I think she's got some potential.
Yep.
I like that there are some people who are over 40 this season, because it does give, it just mixes things up a little bit, I don't need to see
I
Love Island. We already have Love Island.
Oh, Love Island.
Okay.
Listen, I love Love Island, but I also love seeing people that are a little closer to my age. I'm 50. I like to see us on there as well.
Okay, all right. Ashley Hollis, she is 25 years old.
Mhm.
She is Chicago, Illinois, a
Yep.
city that I do like. Very good food scene. I like all of your
Mhm.
pizza. I'm
You
not
really
being
do.
deep dish tavern style. It's all good. She's an attorney. So this is very much from the school of, you are absolutely going to try to hide your job when you're in the house.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. Like everyone who's an attorney always seems to try to hide it because people are worried that they're going to be really good at arguing at the end. And they typically are. I mean, we just watched Kyle over on Survivor Team Guyana win the show, right?
Yeah.
Also an attorney. And we've seen attorneys on this show also be winning the show. So you don't want to be at the end with an attorney who's going to sit there and be like, this is all the reasons why I need to be able to win this. But at the same time, I mean, I don't think that it automatically means that you're going to win the show because you're an attorney. Like I said, there's other people in this cast that are really good at social game and, talking and being able to present themselves as well. Selling, that's what it's really about, right? For me, I'd be nervous about an attorney, but I'm more nervous about somebody whose job is really like selling every day kind of thing. Someone, like I said, who is like a wedding event planner, someone that is talking to people every day in a really social way and is really good at making you feel good. That's dangerous to me.
You know who's probably very excited about there being another attorney in Big Brother? Our guy Xavier.
I
He
know.
is all about having more Big Brother attorneys in the game. Xavier, very underrated player still in my mind right now.
Okay, we're going to talk about Ava Pearl now. She is 24. Her hometown's Long Island. She's currently living in New York. She is an aura painter. Now, every season we seem to have somebody who's in sort of that aura astrology. I'm a Pisces, team Pisces out there. I get it. And it's really fun to talk about that stuff and feel out that stuff. But they never seem to do very well on the show. And I think it's just because it's such a niche profession where some people really buy into it and they really enjoy it and they really like it, like me. And then other people, they're just like, no, I'm not down for this nonsense. It doesn't mean anything. I don't connect to it.
I am Team Ava. I'm going to say it right now. Listen, I recently have gotten more into art. I've been taking some art classes. I know nothing about auras, so I kind of feel like I won't connect with her on that lay. I hope she is not from like the Caitlin school of I can't build a puzzle of myself, and that's not the way that she goes. But I think she's got entertainment potential.
I agree. I also just love her cast photo with the big flower on her hat. She reminds me of Blossom. Oh my goodness, I'm dating myself. No, I think she's going to be quite entertaining.
I think she's going to be entertaining. She's going to be unique. I like her a lot based on what we've seen. But okay, now we have Clifton Will Williams, 50 years old, from originally his hometown's Wallace, South Carolina. He's in Charlotte now. He is a college sports podcaster. And here's the thing, Will, there is a good chance you're going to be out of this house before college football starts and that you don't have to worry about missing any games. I'm sorry. I hope that's not the case, but older house guests, unless you're like Miss Felicia or unless you're to some extent Angela, who had the best case scenario for her last season. Any other season, she's probably like the second boot. It's just, I worry about you, Will.
I know. I worry about all the older house guests. He's 50, just like me. I'm not into college sports or sports at all, really. But he's 50. I really want to root for him, and I really hope he does well. I hope he's not, as it's been on Big Brother, first boots are always like the oldest house guest goes out. Like, let's not do that this season.
No, let's try to mix things up. I'll give a little bit of sporting advice to any future Big Brother player, just because sports are like that really easy thing you can connect with a lot of people on. So even if you're not into sports, here's what you do. You just look up the teams that are in your hometown, learn a couple of things, and then just pretend to be a sports fan in the house. You'll automatically bond with a couple of jocks. I did this in high school all the time with like the Cowboys, and it's like I don't really care about football at all. Like I care a lot about basketball. I'm just saying.
Listen, I'm not into sports at all. People do not like to go to sporting events with me. I just root for whoever is winning. So whoever's getting a goal, I'm cheering. I am the most annoying sports fan to go anywhere with, which is why nobody invites me anymore. I'm all right with that. I'm not really into sports.
Well, Will, I hope you're into Big Brother as much as you're into sports.
Okay, I am going to butcher your name, Isaiah, and I am so sorry. So next we have Isaiah Zay Frederish.
I don't know. That sounds cool. Let's go with that.
Okay, age 23, from Pudok.
Once again, I don't know. It sounds fine to me.
Currently living in Utah, so let's go with that.
Yes.
He's a salesperson, so for me, this is a person who's going to be dangerous.
Anybody who's a salesperson is going to be dangerous. It
Yeah.
means they're probably a hustler. It means they probably
Right.
fought really hard. I mean, he does have...
Charismatic, typically, if you're a salesperson, you're really good at it.
Yeah.
Charisma for days.
He's got a really good smile. I mean, you look at
I know.
you look at his cast photo. He's got kind of
He's got showmance all over
Okay,
him.
here's the thing with this guy too, is that this is a really deep cut. But does anybody out there remember the Big Brother 14 cast commercials where they would show some of the house guests? There was this guy, I think he was like a boating expert or something, who had a pink shirt. He was never on the season. He ended up getting cut and replaced by Chef Joe. This guy looks like he was reincarnated from that guy who was never on the Big Brother. He looks like almost the same dude, even though he's not.
I haven't seen frosted tips since the 90s, so my guy, I'm here for this look.
Listen, I don't have any hair at all. I would take some frosted tips at this point. Okay, Jimmy Hegarty. I am going to say that is your last name. You are 25, originally from Sarasota, Florida. You are now in Washington, D.C. I think there's actually a couple other recent Big Brother house guests from like that area of Florida. I think like both Alyssas are from that area, sort of. Okay, he's an AI consultant, which
Yeah.
I have to tell you, buddy, this does not make me like you. I'm sorry. I know AI was the theme of last season of the show. I hate AI. It is going to take over the world and it is going to take all of our jobs. I
Why didn't
listen,
you tell me to put on a tinfoil hat already? Oh my
listen,
goodness. I agree.
there's a part of me that wants you to stay on the show a long time, Jimmy, just so that you can't go and be on your job again trying to help AI take over the world. Can you just stay in the Big Brother house for a while? I'm
Oh.
okay with that.
Okay, Catherine Woodman. She is 23 years old from Genuit County, Georgia, current city, Columbia. She's a fine dining server, and it is the same issue. This girl is beautiful. Like, I feel like she is absolutely going to end up in a showmance, and if she doesn't end up in a showmance, everybody going to be trying to be in a showmance with her. And with her being a fine dining server, she's going to have that charisma because that's part of her job, right? She
Yeah.
wants to make you feel comfortable. Everything is great. What can I do for you? How can I help you? She's got that in her already. And that goes a really long way in the Big Brother house. Like, people who are kind of cooking or cleaning or being helpful or like just chatting with people, they really do go far.
They do. I had a friend in college who was a fine dining server, and yeah, there's a lot of those sort of traits you talk a lot about. And
Yeah.
also, Richie from the Bear, fine dining server. If she's
Oh,
anywhere
no.
like Richie from the Bear, I think this is going to
It
be
could
real.
go either way.
Who knows? No, but I mean, she was definitely cast to be in a showmance. There's always a couple of these house guests every single season. My expectations, entertainment wise, are always kind of low. So I'm setting the bar kind of down here, and who maybe you'll end up surprising us. All right, we've waited long enough. Keanu Soto, even his last name is cool. He's 33 years old, originally from Miami, current city McKinney, Texas, where I used to go to the doctor all the time when I was a kid. Occupation Dungeon Master. Okay, first and foremost, Keanu, this can't really be your job. Like, I'm sorry, like, I love you, but I don't know how you are a professional dungeon master.
Yeah, I mean, unless he maybe owns a gaming shop and that's how he is a professional dungeon master. I feel like, I mean, those arms, how is he not a fitness instructor? Like, that feels like that's got to be part of it as well. Like I said, I'm not into bros, but I'm into a bro who is a dungeon master. We have played a pretty good amount of Dungeons and
Yes.
Dragons. Neither of us are that great at it. I've tried to run some games really poorly. Maybe he can come and give us some tips here. Please, Keanu, you gotta win this game.
You got to win this game, and then you have to come LARPing with us. Listen, I wrote this entire LARP one time when I was like 25. Never actually played it.
I know, we got rained out.
We got rained out. I was going to play this ghost. I couldn't find any pants for my ghost outfit, so I ended up going to like this
That was
discount
a
store
journey.
in Toronto, and I ended up finding like these women's pants that were extremely tight. But no, I love Keanu's, not to borrow a page here from another house guest, I love his aura. Your aura is
Yeah.
painting something very, very positive to me,
Yeah,
Keanu.
there's always pre-game where we don't know anybody, and then later it's like, oh no, we're rooting for this person we shouldn't be rooting for. But I feel like that's not going to play out this time around.
No,
Not with a name like Keanu. He's Dungeon Master. He's like that balance of bro and nerd. I feel like he's going to be able to be part of every group. And that's really important. You have to be adaptable and you have to be able to not just be with the gym bros outside, but also with the nerds, also with the social people. He's a dungeon master. So I know that most people be like, oh, well, he's nerdy, so he's not that social. But that's not true.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have the confidence that you're running a game like that, you have to be able to be social. I have high hopes.
let's hope that the ending for Keanu is better than the ending of John Wick 4. I'm just gonna say that.
I just watched John Wick 4 for the first time on the weekend. It broke my heart. Immediately, I was like, this can't be real, right? Boop, 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 boop. Internet, please tell me John Wick is not dead. John Wick 5 is in production. I'm like, let's go. I
Ghost
knew it.
John Wick.
No, stop that.
Okay, no, John Wick is okay. Everything is okay. Keanu is gonna win Big Brother.
Kelly Jorgensen, 29, Burbank, web designer. I just love her vibe. She looks like a nerd. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerdy woman. She looks so nerdy as well. I just really like her.
I like her
I
too.
know she also kind of has like a little farm vibe going on as well, but you know, I feel like she can be all the things. I am worried about her with the nerdy vibe, the kind of farmer vibe, but I think she can find her vibe with her group.
There's an interesting sudden surge of people from like South and North Dakota on reality
Right.
television. I was watching Bachelor in Paradise last night. I don't know why, it was 3 hours long, but Dale is apparently from like South or North Dakota,
Mhm.
and it's just like, that's cool. It's quirky. She's quirky. I mean, my real question with her is, it's just, you are from kind of a smaller area. Are you
Mhm.
used to dealing with a lot of different people? You're also a web designer,
Yeah.
which, you know, I do a little bit of this. It is very much an isolating job
Yes.
sometimes. I hope that she's going to be able to kind of handle the pace of like so many people talking at every single second. It's a lot.
That's the thing I'm the most worried about. When I saw her job, you know, we're on the web all the time. This is
Yes.
our job. You know how many people we talk to outside of our job? Not a lot. Like we are on the internet all the time, either running the website or Spotify or here on YouTube. We don't really get a chance to go out and do a lot. And as a seeing her as a web designer, I was like, oh no, I'm kind of worried she's gonna have a hard time unless she maybe connects with like one or two other people and she just has a really tight alliance with that.
Yeah, I think as long as she lays low, doesn't alienate herself, she's got a chance here. Okay, now we have Lauren. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Domingue. I listen. This is once again very added to the fact that she's from Lafayette, Louisiana. So now I'm sort of like, is this a Cajun name? Is there French influence? I
Mhm,
don't know. I'm sorry. You're 22 years old.
mhm,
One of the younger people this season.
mhm.
You are a bridal consultant.
Again, with the job that you are talking to people all the time, you're selling on things. This dress is good for you. We like these flowers. We don't like these flowers. Let me make your wedding day perfect. This is someone who, even though she's younger, so maybe she's kind of just getting started in her career a few years, I think she's going to have enough experience at selling that she's going to be able to sell herself as someone who's going to make people feel very comfortable to talk to her, to be around her.
I feel like she's one of these people who is, unless something goes really, really crazy, I cannot envision a scenario where she's like one of the first people out of the game. Like, it seems like she could be athletic enough. She's going to be really, really social. There's
Mhm.
nothing about her other than her being young that kind of makes her stand out as somebody to be worried about right away.
Okay, Mickey Lee. She is 35. Jacksonville is her hometown. She's living in Atlanta. She is an event curator. Listen, this is somebody to be worried about. An event curator, again, is this person who is helping people have the best days of their life. It's not just weddings, it is anything and everything. So that means that she is across the board planning events for every person out there, every type of person out there, every event type out there. She is going to be somebody who could easily win this game.
Yeah, I like her too. She's got a little bit of like a raised eyebrow thing going on in the picture, so she looks like she's already ready to scheme a little bit. Like,
Yeah, I feel like she's going to have a lot of charisma. She's going to have all this experience at
yeah,
selling people on what they want and what they like because that is her job. I hope that she doesn't tell anybody that that's her job because if I heard that, I'd be like, oh no, this person's going to sell me all the way to the end and then sell me out.
I just also really like that, you know, she's older than some of the people in the house, but she's not like one of
Hmm.
the oldest. I think it's good to come into a game like this. And same thing with Survivor, with a little bit of life experience so that you know what it's like to be betrayed. You know what it's like to be hurt. And it's sort
Hmm.
of like you know how to bounce back from those experiences.
I love Mickey Lee.
Okay, I like Mickey Lee a lot. Okay. Morgan Pope. She is
Great name.
33. Yeah, 33 years old, originally from Palm Springs. She lives in LA. Occupation gamer. Okay, I did a very tiny amount of research going into this because
Hmm.
here's the thing. We are both avid gamers here, and I wanted to
Huge.
know, like, are you one of my people? Are you somebody who is out here like finishing hard mode on FF7 Rebirth? Have you gotten like all the trophies in Skyrim? Like, what's your deal?
Are you Elden Ring no deaths?
Okay, that is impossible. Whoever has done my like Elden Ring 10 deaths every single time I play, but like I found her Twitch channel. I listened. It's a very small amount of research I had the time to do. It seems like she's more of like a Apex Legends, like I don't know, that sort of live service game. I've never played any of those, so it's like any relatability I have with you, Morgan's kind of out the door. Gaming can be isolating. It feels like,
Yes.
okay, here's the real truth of it here. Are you here to really, really play Big Brother, or are you here to get more followers for your Twitch streams and your YouTube and all of that other sort of stuff?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm concerned about that. There's always people who are on Big Brother for likes and follows on Instagram. It is just the way that it is for
Yeah.
so many years now. I mean, us, the online community, is such a big part of Big Brother. We're watching you 24/7 when the feeds are up. And everyone in the BB community are like investigators. We're all looking at everybody's social media, you know? Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
So having a gamer in here, yeah, my first worry was, are you on here for likes and follows? That's fine if that's what you're here for. But as long as you are also here to play the game, and like, that's fine. You can have a balance. It's like being on The Bachelor. Yeah, you might be there for likes and follows, but if you're also there to find love, great. That's fine.
Yeah, how is she going to come across early on? If she's doing way too much, which, not to stereotype every single person out here in this industry, there are some people who do way, way too much, way, way too early, and that ends up like becoming a problem in everyday life.
Okay, here's someone that I do not relate to at all. This is Riley Jeffries. He is 27, Luther, Oklahoma, professional bull rider. I'm not a sports person. I'm not like a Southern person. I'm from Toronto. I'm Guyanese. I don't make any connection with this person. I don't actually know how they're going to do, honestly. I don't know if being a professional bull rider is something that's pretty social, or, it's athletic. So he's probably going to do well in some challenges. I feel like he's just going to be part of the Bro Alliance. And he's probably going to be the person who forms the Bro Alliance. And Keanu, please don't fall into this.
Okay, I'm going to put on my cowboy hat here for a moment to talk about. I'm also going to debut an impression after only hearing 2 seconds of his voice on an Entertainment Tonight video. Woo, boy, I'm so ready to come in here and play. Listen, I'm a Southern. I can do the Southern accent. Listen, I have been around a very tiny amount of these people, and typically the way that it goes is that it's a very insular sort of community where it's social, but everyone who you talk to are all people that are kind of like you. They're all kind of like fellow bull riders or barrel racers or people in that world. So there might be a little bit of culture shock. He is either bromance potential, like you said, or he is serious showman's potential. Everybody loves a good old handsome cowboy, and he's
Absolutely. Look at that chin. He's gonna absolutely be in some sort of a showman.
I'm just more like, what's with all this hair? Like, how do you get that cowboy hat on with all that hair? That's still, listen, I can't.
I have lots of hair, and his hair's making me jealous.
His hair's making me very jealous. Also, I have a huge head. It probably doesn't come across this way in the videos, but I have a very hard time finding hats that even fit me.
Let's talk about somebody else that I'm very excited about.
All right.
This is Vince Panero. I hope I'm saying your name right, Vince. 34, West Hills, California, unemployed. That mustache, oh my God. If I could grow a mustache, it would look exactly like this. Every time I play any type of video game and I can make my own character, they always have a mustache that looks like this. I also love that he's wearing a toque. I also love that he's wearing Canadian plaid. There's just everything about Vince just screams that he is from Quebec or he's from somewhere in Canada. And I just can't help myself. I can't help myself. He's unemployed. I hope you win this money, baby.
Okay, all right. You unemployed king, Vince. Let's start with a couple of things here. You have Quebec. You look like you make home brews out of your basement, and that is actually your job.
He absolutely does, with a side of kombucha.
You're unemployed, but really you're just like parked outside of Whole Foods being like, I got something for you cheaper. Come back to my place. I'll hook you up. But it's just, listen, as someone who has tried to grow a mustache in the past, I commend your commitment to this bit because that thing looks like it itches a lot. And, this is going to be kind of a crazy thing. Someone who puts the effort in to look like this, it kind of makes me
Yes.
feel like they're actually going to put a lot of effort in. And you are unemployed, so you've had a lot of time to prepare for this season, presumably.
I love a person with style. It's probably the other reason that I like Nikki Lee as much as I do. But Vince also, I mean, I love it. I love it so much. Vince, yeah, you're up there for me as well.
I want to like you, Vince. I think I'm not as
I'll
high.
bring you over.
I'm not as high on Vince as possible, but it might happen. If your homebrew's really good, maybe I'll get there. All right, finally here we have Zach, who I'll say this from the get-go. Zach is gonna go far, I think.
Yep.
I like Zach. He's 27. He's from Georgia. He's a marketing manager.
Yep.
He's got a good job. He's
Beautiful smile,
Yeah.
good looking guy.
Yeah, he seems like he's the total package. I
Yeah.
mean, he's obviously intelligent because of his job. He's good
Yep,
looking.
yep.
He's probably, it's hard to tell a lot from a cast photo, but it looks like he might be pretty athletic. I think he's going to do well in the challenges. Like, this is the guy where if I was in the house, I would look at him immediately and be like, okay, I need to get this guy out. But the problem is nobody else is going to want to get this guy out. And so me trying to get
Right.
him out right now, it's going to put a target on me. So it's like, he feels like to me the sort of person you have to either get out in like 7th or 8th place, or you're probably just not going to get rid of him at all.
Or you just need to be his best friend and ride that shield as far as you can and then cut him when he's not paying attention.
Yeah, you have a very limited amount of options with somebody like this, unless, who knows, his personality is like totally crazy and he plays like extremely hard. That might be the only way he actually gets eliminated early.
I think he's going really far.
Yeah, I do too. I'm pretty like Keanu's obviously personally a favorite. Like, that's the person who I'm rooting for. We're sharing custody,
When I saw Keanu, I didn't even have an inside voice anymore. He's just the name, the way he looks, Dungeon Master. I love everything about him.
I just like the people who are unique, and that's the reality of it. Like, we've seen the cowboy archetype so many times. We've seen the young woman who's probably getting into a showmance, the potential influencer. So it's people
Yes.
like Keanu, people like Aura Painter. It's just like anyone who has a unique job, a unique location,
Yep.
a crazy mustache. Like, we're always going to find ourselves drawn to them to a certain degree.
Oh my God, Vince and your mustache.
Okay,
If I could have a mustache, I would have a mustache.
Okay, listen,
Vince,
it's
I
not
love
as
you.
good as you think it is. This is one of those things, it's like, you want it until you don't have it. It's sort of like, oh, the idea of eating a pint of ice cream at once is great, and then you do
Oh,
it,
it's so
and
good.
then you're sick
And
for...
then you eat it with a
Okay,
mustache.
okay, finally, I am assuming the mystery house guest will probably be unveiled on premiere night. They've got a silhouette up. I'm assuming that that's not like the actual silhouette of this person.
Okay, we've talked about this in our last video about Big Brother. I am so annoyed at this mystery player because it is probably going to be a reality star, someone who's been on Big Brother, someone who
Yeah.
has been on Survivor, someone who's been on whatever. And I'm so annoyed by it because every season we have one returning player. They just like gobble everybody else up. You always have people who are like super fans. It's like, man, I want to ride to the end with Sari. I want to be that person. I want to be friends with Dan. I want to whatever. And it always ends up happening. Like, whether they end up winning or coming in second, I just don't know why this always happens where they bring someone in. Like, yeah, there's Boston Rob, Rachel Riley, all kinds of rumors. If I walked into this house and I saw Boston Rob sitting there, he needs to go night one. And I don't care if America hates me for it. I am not here to give my money to Boston Rob. I'm here to get the money for myself.
Hey, I'm on Big Brother now.
Oh, no, no, no. Oh,
CBS.
please,
They
no.
paid me $200 million to be on this season.
Oh, I'm sure they would.
That's the real... Boston Rob's the name I've heard the most in the rumor mill the past 24 hours, and I think it's just because of a lot of the clues they put on Instagram. He's
Right.
been on Amazing Race. He's played poker. They had like a poker card in one of them. It's like, I
But
get...
they also had a magician hat, and I was just like, who could that be?
Yeah, I know. And it's just like, we might all be reading way too much into some of these clues. The only thing I'll say about Rob is just that I have a hard time thinking he would want to be away from his family for that long because you're potentially on this show for months on end.
Unless it's a situation where Rob knows he's not gonna win. Like he would, is just on traders, got kicked out, kind of in the middle of the pack, spoilers. But I mean, it's really hard at this point to be this famous, this good at these games. Of course, you will have people who are just falling at the feet of Rob in this game because you're playing with a legend. But I feel like this cast is not going to let that happen. Please don't let me down, Keanu and Vince. You guys need to see Boston Rob in there and look at each other and be like, this is not happening. This is not happening. We need to get him out.
You expect me to be able to keep it together when you do this mustache thing for the entire season.
That's all right. That's all right. Don't retire. No, I love a mustache.
You need to keep the mustache. The mustache is great. Okay. If they're bringing back a returning person, I really hope that it is somebody who's just kind of bad at Big Brother, because it's just sort of like, I want to have the entertainment value of it, which is why, I always bring up Devin from Big Brother 16. I know people are bringing into Angela from last season. It's like, Angela's not good at Big Brother. She'll probably go really early. It's just like, I am fine if you want to bring in a returning player who I know is just going to go soon and bring some drama. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
But that's it for our Big Brother 27 cast preview. Who do you love the most? Is it Vince? Is it Keanu? Is it someone else? Share in the comments, hit that subscribe button, and you can support us further by joining our Patreon. That link is in the description. Thank you so much. We'll see you here next time.